gosh, you guys are little brain puffs. Well done. Keep it coming in the chats. You're doing super well. Okay, so now let's try and use it in a sentence. Who feels brave? Before I explain anything further, I would like someone to be able to give me the sentence, like the mathematical sentence on how I could write that this one triangle is congruent to the other triangle. And there's a whole lot of things I need to be careful about. Let's see. Okay, Artile, yes, can you help me out?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
So, ma'am, I think, ma'am, when we write the sentence, ma'am, we put the therefore, and then we say we draw the triangle.
Good.
We say maybe, ma'am, for here we say A, B, C is a congruent with the 3 lines to E, F, D, triangle E, F, D.
Okay, so I love everything that you have written up to this point, but I don't love EFD. I don't love EFD. Does someone think that they can come in and help here? Why do I not love EFD? Let's see if we can get someone to help us out. Raven, can you help us out? Why am I not a fan of the EFD?
You put the second triangle in a wrong alphabetical order.
Okay, so what do you think it would be?
So it will be triangle DEF.
You think it'll be DEF?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's have a look. Who agrees? I want to get an idea. So who agrees with what I have written on the board now? So who's agreeing with Raven that we have triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF? Do we agree? Do we not agree? Me. So I actually agree. I agree with you, Raven. I agree that it should be DEF, but my reason is different to yours. It's not because it is alphabetical. It's because we're trying to match them with the same angles. So if we have a look here, let's get some highlighters going. If we have a look here, angle A is 55 degrees and angle D is 55 degrees. So if A is first, then D needs to be first. So the same angles need to be in the same position. Then if we have a look here, so we had B, which was next, which was 75, and E was 75. And so E and B are our second ones. And then the last over here, if we have a look, C is 50 degrees. So that's C over there, and F is 50 degrees. So that would be in that position. So the reason we want to put them in those orders is we need to put them in the same orders as each other. The same angles need to be sort of present. Now in grade 9, they might be a little bit more lenient with you with some of this, so they might not be as strict, but it's really good to get into this habit now, because as you move up into grade 10 and 11, if you don't write it in this order, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble when you try and work some things out as it gets a bit more complicated. So this just kind of helps us out. Okay. Cool. If anyone would like to take a screenshot, you are welcome to, and then we are going to try and see if we can get some examples going here. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask. I think the hands that are up were people who were trying to answer, so I'm going to lower your hands, but if you have further questions, just pop those hands up. Yeah, Artile, how can I help?
Hi, ma'am. So, ma'am, for the thing is, ma'am, when we're writing that sentence, ma'am, if we don't add like the cases, ma'am, like triple S, SAS, AAS, or RHS, ma'am, will we get like penalized or something, ma'am?
Yes, you absolutely will. So we haven't learned them yet in this lesson. We're going to be learning them by the end of this lesson, and then we're going to use them. Whenever you use congruency, you would definitely have to give your case for congruency.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, cool. That was a great question. Let's move on down. Okay, so what I'd like you to do for these ones is, and don't like overthink them, we can go through these quite quickly, is I want you to try and get the order right. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that for this first question, and then I want you to try and do B by yourselves, okay? Basically, what we're wanting to do is we are wanting to see which angles are the same as each other, okay? And sometimes it's a little bit more complicated than that, but when we get there, you'll see what I mean. And then you're going to write me a sentence. So here I'm going to say triangle ABC, and you can write it in whatever order you like. So if you want to write BCA, that's fine, but let's just write ABC. Okay, so triangle ABC is congruent to triangle, and now we need to match those colors, right? So my first one was pink, so now we're going to do F. Then my next one was blue, so I'm going to do T, and then my last one was H. So I'm going to do H. Okay, cool. I see that you guys are picking it up nice and quickly. That's amazing. Good. All right, I'm just going to leave that there as an example. I would like you to do B for me now. So make sure you write the order of the first one and then the order of the second one, and then we can chat. Remember, the angles have to be the same and the sides have to be the same. That's super important. Okay, we're getting some answers in. That's great. Let's have a look. ABC is congruent. I love the capital letters, saying it with confidence. And remember, if you're feeling lost, don't panic. We're just sort of starting this off nice and easy in the beginning, and then we'll get more complicated as the lesson goes on. But if you don't understand the basics, you're never going to understand the complicated questions. That might help some of you. Okay, let's have a look. Sasha, have you got an answer for me?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
I have a question.
Okay, sure. Ask away.
On the first example, there was numbers for the letters, but in the second one, there's no numbers there. So I know that the colors the matching colors need to have the same type of number. But if there's no number there, what am I supposed to guess what it is?
No, that's fair. That's a good question. We got to look at what the lines tell us. So you see here that there's like 3 lines over there, and that one has 3 lines. So that's telling us that those 2 angles are the same as each other. And this one has got 2 lines, and this one has got 2 lines. So those are saying that those 2 are the same as each other.
So I must just write it with the letters.
Yeah, exactly. We're just going to write it with our normal letters. So I think from the chat over here, we've got some good answers. So for example, triangle ABC is going to be congruent to, do you want to try and give me this answer?
Is congruent to, A is equal to T, and then
Good.
B is equal to P, and C is equal to S.
Perfect. 100%. That's all we need.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nice job. Okay. So guys, when we move through this lesson a little bit later, we're going to start putting cases of congruency in here as well. So we are going to get to that point, but for the moment, this is what we need. Nice job, guys. You're doing really well. Okay. Next one. Yes, you absolutely can give a reason. Well, for all of these, because we're giving you everything, you could use any of the reasons really, but I'm happy to hear your reason.
Okay. Hey, ma'am.
Hello.
You can write RHS or
You
90
could.
degrees HS.
100%. But what else could I write?
I have no idea. Oh, side 90 degrees.
Yeah, I could do side, or I could do RHS, or I could do side angle side.
Angle,
Or I
ma'am.
could do side angle.
Oh, okay.
So like, because I'm giving you all the information, you could use all of your reasons for this. That's the only reason we're not going through the reasons. But I promise you by the end of the lesson, we're going to go through some nice juicy ones. Don't you panic. But I love that you wanted to give me one. And I love that you saw that it was RHS. Let's see. Okay. So we're getting some answers in here. Okay, so N and R. I'm trying to write it in the same order as most of you. P and Q and M and T. Okay. Your answers are looking great. I am loving it. So we've got triangle. Don't forget your little triangle symbol when you do this. Triangle NPM is congruent to triangle RQT. Are we getting these right, guys? Are you feeling confident with them? Are you feeling good? Good, 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 good. Yes. I like it, because remember, when we start getting into the complicated ones, we need to know how to be able to do this. Okay, this one should be nice and quick. It's not stressful. There's no trick here. We're just trying to write it out. Let's see if someone can do it sort of off the bat. Who's feeling confident and can just tell me this answer? Spiwe, yes, hello. Can you help me? What is my answer here?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Beautifully.
Okay. Triangle LPR is congruent to triangle TMB.
Yay! Nice job. Perfect. 100%. Jeez, Kamogelo, well done, man. Nice job, guys. Zooming through this. I love it. Okay. Another quick one. Who feels like they can just like jump straight in and give me an answer here? Come on, guys. I'm seeing names that I've seen before. Let me see someone new. Someone new and brave. Put your hand up for me. Don't be scared. I don't bite. Okay, we have a new name. Mikhail. Hopefully I haven't messed up your name too badly.
I said my name right, ma'am.
Beautiful. Okay, tell me what my answer would be here.
So the angle ABC is congruent to the angle LKM.
Beautiful. Nice job. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Superstars in this little class. Little bunch of superstars. Oh, okay. Before I jump to the brain break, we've got a brain break for today. Before I jump there, does anyone have any questions about anything we've done so far? This is your time to ask. If you feel stressed, you don't understand anything, let me know. Don't be scared. Yes. Hello, how can I help?
Ma'am, I want to ask a question about the lesson because I've been stressing over my geography here.
Okay.
But I just want to ask a question about so if you want to find the answers to the diagrams, like you just have to look at the diagram and be like triangle, let's say LPR equals to triangle TBM, and then
Yes,
that's it.
You want to look at which angles are the same as each other. So like here, the N is 64 and the R is 64. So they need to be in the same position. Do you see how the first letter in both of them?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
that's what we're being careful about now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, cool. Let's jump. Oh, sorry, Raven, I see you. Raven, how can I help?
Ma'am, if your lettering aren't in order, but both triangles are numbered properly, they are congruent to one another, does your whole reason become wrong?
So in grade 9, your teacher might be a little bit lenient, so they might be kind and not give you the wrong answer. But from grade 10, if it's not written in the right order, they won't give you the mark.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
No problem. So this is just like one of those things which is just good to get into a habit of it now, because then we do it and then we don't have to stress. I know, I've almost ruined the brain break. I think I might have ruined it for some of you. Okay, so our brain break today is something a little bit different. Basically, there are 4 pictures and you have to look at the picture and you have to think of like the phrase. Yeah, brain break already, because yes, on Tuesday, your brain break was at like 20 to 6. Okay, so you have to look at the phrase and you have to look at the picture and try and think about what the phrase would be. So like, you know, if you're super happy, you say I'm over the moon, right? So that would be like a phrase, over the moon. That's basically what you're looking for. I'm looking for 4 of them. So we're going to start with 1 at a time. Okay, first one should be nice and easy, I hope. But we'll see. Ooh. No. Oh. Okay, first one. Put those answers in the chat for me, guys, so I can see. What is this one going to be? This is what I imagine your teachers would say to you. So you got to try and think about the phrase. So this looks like a phrase that people would say. So, yes, Samara got it. 100%. Silence is golden. Do your teachers not say that? Gosh, my teachers used to say that to me all the time, but maybe it's because I was like a little chatterbox. Silence is golden. That's the phrase. I was a super big chatterbox. I used to get moved around the classroom constantly. But I chatted to everyone. Nothing would stop my chatting. Yeah, you've got 4 of them. You've got 4. Okay, so this was your first one. This was like a little trial into it. Now we know what we're doing. So you're going to see something like this and you got to think about the phrase. Okay, so this one was silence is golden. Next one, everyone should be able to get. All right. No idea? Guys, think about what you're seeing. Like literally, like say what you're seeing. Not amen. No. Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint. My hint is Christmas time. Oh, some of you are so close. You're not saying it quite right, but you're close. No, not ho ho ho, not Santa. Oh, Denivon, you are so close. You've got to just say it in a different way. Vusi, you're also on the right track. Yes! Woo! We got there. Nice job. 3 wise men. So there are 3 wise and then men. 3 wise men. Brilliant. I'm so chuffed. Nice job for getting it. You're thinking, why then? I mean, it's a good question. Bridget, but it's because you guys told me that the brain break on Tuesday was too short. So I was trying to give you something a little bit meatier today. So the colors were just trying to be like a nod to Christmas time a little bit. Okay, there are two more. Let's go. No, not Titanic. Oh, you guys are like on a good track, but you're not right. I want to give you a hint, but then I also don't want to give you a hint. Because I kind of want you to figure this out. Because I was so excited when you figured out Three Wise Men. It is a drop in the ocean. Because there is drop, which is in Atlantic, which is the ocean. A drop in the ocean. We should all be mind blown right now. Nice job for getting that right. Don't be mad. You still have one more. You've got one more where you can come back fighting. Kamakelo, you still can get the next one. Okay, last one for the night. Of course I'm playing with your brains. That's the whole point. That's what a brain break is. Ooh, we're getting there. We're getting there, Wadey. Taylor, don't be salty because you can't figure it out. Oh, close. Oh, yes. Akila, nice job. Travel overseas. Because travel is over a whole bunch of seas. Travel overseas. Yeah, it is kind of clever, hey? Travel over the 7 seas. I would have given it to you. Nice job, guys. Back to work. Back to work. Do you want me to erase the writing so you can torture your parents? I'm sure I can fit all 4 in at the same time. Woo! Where did our brain break go? There he is. Okay. Let me quickly. Oh no, what have I done? It's peculiar. Did it all just go away? Oh, I was just in a different lesson. Okay. Don't worry, guys. Everything's okay. Okay, let me just erase this for you, and then we can get back to some maths. Okay, you want to take a screenshot? Take a screenshot. Well, if it's giving English class, maybe you can give them to your English teacher tomorrow and see how they do. Cool. Let's get going. So like a couple of our students were talking about just now, when we say that triangles are congruent to each other, we have to use these things called cases of congruency. So that's what we're going to talk about here. So cases for proving congruency. And there are 4 cases that we have to look at. I'm just going to write them as like a quick summary over here. We've got SSS, we've got SAS, sorry, we've got RHS, and I'm going to talk to you about what all of these mean now. And then we've got AAS or SAA. It's up to you. Let's write it as SAA. Otherwise, it looks like I'm trying to write something bad, which we don't want to do. So let's take that away and let's write SAA. Okay, cool. So let's talk about what each of these mean. Basically, we have to be able to prove one of these things is true in order to prove that 2 triangles are congruent. Because in the last examples, I gave you all the information. I showed you that the sides were all the same. I showed you that the angles were all the same. But most of the time, they won't do that. They will only give you some information. So if we look at these 2 triangles down here, okay, we can see that this side over here is the same as this side over here. Okay, we can see that this side over here is the same as this one over there. And the reason we know that is because of the lines. So the 3 lines on the pink and the 2 lines that are on the blue. And then, oh goodness, no, we want to get a different color there. And then we've got 1 line here and 1 line here. Okay, so we can see that those 2 triangles are congruent. And the reason we would use is SAS. Okay, no, sorry, SSS. That is what we would use. And what that means is side, 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 literally. That's all those S's mean. It means that there are 3 sides that are the same as each other. Okay, so if we were writing this one out, we could say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle. Now we've got to be careful. When we went from A to B, we went along the pink to the blue. Okay, so along the pink to the blue. So P, Q, R. And then remember, like in geometry, we always give a reason. Now in brackets next to it, we're going to give our case of congruency, which in this case is going to be SSS. Yeah, so 3 sides that are all the same as each other. Okay. Next one. Next one we have to be super careful about. So the next one is SAS. We have to write it as SAS. We can't write it in a different way. We can't write SSA because the A has to be in the middle, and that's going to make more sense now. So this one is side, and then I'm going to write it very specially like this, angle, side. So our angle has to be in between our 2 sides. What does that mean? Let's have a look in this picture. They've given us this side over here. They've given us that side over there. We can see that they are the same as each other. Okay. Over here, we can see that BC is the same as RQ. And then the super important thing is that the angle that they gave us, this one over here, is nestled between the 2 sides. So it's a side angle side. The angle is in between the 2 sides. And that is super, super important. If they'd given us an angle over here, we wouldn't be able to use that rule. The angle has to be between the 2 sides. So sort of think about it like this, and then it might make it easier. Okay. And again, if we wanted to talk about the congruency in this one, we could say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, and now our reason would be SAS. Okay, before I move on to our 3rd reason, does anyone have any questions up till this point? Okay. 3rd one, SAA. So now you should be able to get an idea of what these little letters mean. What do we mean by SAA? What does that stand for? Let me know. Put it in the chat. What does SAA stand for? Come on. There we go. Side, angle, angle. Okay. So again, let's see what that means. They've given us one side and they've given us two angles. The important thing with the angles is that the angles are in the same place as each other. And I know that that sounds messy, but you'll see in time what that means. So we've got this C over here, which is at the bottom of our green line, which would be the same as our R. Okay. And then we've got this B over here, which is opposite the green line. And we've got that Q over there, which is opposite the green line. So we need to make sure that they're all in the same position as each other. So let's write out this case of congruency. So we're going to say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR because of SAA. Sometimes your teachers may want you to write it like this. So they might want you to write angle, angle, corresponding side. If that's how they want you to write it, please write it the way that your teacher would like you to write it. The corresponding side is just like it's telling us that it needs to be in the right place. So the side is in the same position on both triangles. Yeah. Some teachers do like that. Okay, and then our last case of congruency is right angle hypotenuse side. Now, the most people make a mistake with this one because they want to say side angle side, because they see that they have a side, they see that they have an angle, and they see that they have a side. Why is this not side angle side? Why is this absolutely not side angle side from what we spoke about earlier? Why would this one not be allowed? No, we can have 90 degrees with side angle side. So we would be allowed a right angle sometimes. Good. Yes, Kete, the angle is not in between the sides. Okay, so if you have a look, they've given us this side, they've given us this side, and our angle, if we wanted the angle to be given, it would have to be A, because it would have to be nestled between the two sides that we were given, and that's not what we were given. Okay, so lots of people make a mistake with this question, and they often say side angle side, but it is not. It is right angle. So let's write out what this means. The R stands for, oh, I'm erasing. That's fun. Okay, here we go. The R stands for right angle. What's going on? Right angle. The H stands for hypotenuse. Okay, the hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle. That is our hypotenuse. And then the S just stands for another side. Okay, so we need to have a right angle. We need to have a hypotenuse, which is the longest side of a right angle triangle. And I know you know what that is because you've done Pythagoras with Miss Katz. And then just another side. So like it is our side. Okay. So again, let's just quickly write out this case of congruency. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR because of, oh no, yes, a right angle hypotenuse side. Okay, I'm just going to scroll out a little bit so that you can take a screenshot if you would like of all 4 cases of congruency, and then we're going to do a couple of examples. Okay, let's go. So what I'd like you to do now is I want you to look at these questions and some of them might not be congruent, okay, because I am trying to trick you in some of them. I want you to first see if they're congruent, and if they are congruent, I want you to be able to give me the sentence, and I want you to be able to give me the reason. Okay, I'm going to help you out a little bit, and I'm just going to write the reasons up here, just while you're getting to know them. Okay, so I want you to figure out if they are congruent, if they're not. If they are congruent, I would like the congruency sentence with the reason. Wade, this one's all yours. I'm just going to give everyone a moment to give it a go. Okay, Wade, what would be my sentence here?
Triangle ABC is equal to T.
Is equal to.
PM. It's congruent to.
Thank you. To triangle.
TPM.
Good. What's my reason?
Side angle side.
Yes, nice job. Perfect. 100%. So now the cool thing with a question like this is we actually end up getting 2 marks for something which is super nice and easy. So we get a mark just for understanding that we need to write that in the correct order, and then we get a mark for having the correct reason, which is great. Okay, let's just make sure for anyone who's not 100% sure what's going on here. Okay, that side is the same as that side. That side is the same as that side. And then we have our angle, which is nicely nestled in the middle of our side sandwich. Okay, so we can see that this would be a side angle side situation. So Sekete, the sides are all the same as each other, but because they haven't told us that this side is equal to this side, there's no symbol, there's no lines, because they haven't told us that, we're not allowed to use that those 2 sides are the same. Basically, we have to assume that they're not the same unless they tell us that. Okay. Nice job, guys. Let's try another one. Don't overthink it. Don't put yourself in a panic. Look at what information they have given you, and then think about which one of these reasons it could be. Yeah, I can zoom in for sure. I was just trying to keep all of your reasons up there. There we go. Okay, Oliver, can you help me out?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
So, side AB will be equal to side RP.
Mm-hmm.
Then side CB will be equal to side SP, and side AC will be equal to side SR, and therefore triangle ABC will be congruent to RPS, to triangle RPS. And my reason will be side, side, side.
RPS, love it. And the reason side, 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 love it. Nice job, Oliver. Okay, so just be careful, guys. When we're looking at this, we have to look at the information that they're giving us. They only have given us these little lines on the sides. They haven't given us any information about the angles. They haven't given us values. They haven't given us lines inside. And so if they haven't given us anything about the angles, it can't include angles. The only thing they told us about was sides here. Nice. Okay. I know you have a quiz today, but I think we can do a couple more before you have to disappear. Let's have a look at this one. Look at the information that they've given you. I'll write your reasons. Lutando, this one will be all yours. I'm just going to write the reasons down here again. So give you a couple more minutes, and then Lutando is going to help us out with this question. But I see those hands, and I'm ready for you to give me answers for our next one. Be careful not to use the equal sign, guys. Remember that equals is different to congruent. Okay, Lutando, we're all yours. Can you tell me what the situation is with this one?
Yes, hello, ma'am.
Hi.
So, Miss ABC, angle ABC is congruent to angle NSP.
Okay, so
Angle
we've just got to be careful that we get everything in the same order. So this angle needs to be in the same position as that one. This one needs to be in the same position as that one. And this one needs to be in the same position as that one. So keeping that in mind, do you think you can help me finish off what ABC is going to be congruent to? So A was first here, and it was our green one. So what would be our first letter on the other side?
Yes, Miss. D.
Yes.
S.
Yes, beautiful. And what would be our reason, our reason for congruency here? I might have lost you. Don't panic though. Let's talk this through. What we've got over here is we have got an angle over there. We've got another angle over there. We've got an angle here. We've got another angle there. And then we have a corresponding side. Oh, shame. Lutando is coming. So we're going to have side angle, 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 corresponding side. Absolutely. Nice job. You did good. Simone, how much time do they need for their quiz, just so that I know?
The quizzes are generally 20 minutes that are allocated, but we normally finish like around now at 10 too.
Around nowish. Okay. Do you guys want to do one more question, or do you want to start on your quiz? You can let me know. Democracy wins. One more. Okay. S means side. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 1 minute. I'm very glad, Bridget. I'm going to give you 1 minute, and then Zianda, this one is all yours. Okay, Zianda, talk us through. What is our answer going to be here?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, beautifully.
Okay. It's you first gonna say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle KTP.
Careful. Make sure the angles are the same.
TKP.
There we go. T. And then
TPK.
There we go. TPK. You got it. And what would our reason be here?
We're gonna say AB.
So we just have to give one of these reasons. We have to give one of these 4 reasons now.
I think it's gonna be SAS.
Okay, so it looks like it could be SAS because we have a side, and an angle, but the angle isn't between our 2 sides. So it's not going to be able to be SAS. But we have a right angle, we have a hypotenuse, and we have a side. So we're going to say RHS for that one. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.